Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are diving into something truly fascinating. We're going to completely reverse engineer a highly lucrative passive income animation strategy, and we're going to see exactly how it's done using an entirely free workflow of AI tools. If you've ever wanted to create highly engaging animated content but thought you lacked the budget or the technical skills, you are absolutely going to love this breakdown. We're going to build one of these viral style creations step by step right from a totally blank page. Let's get into it. Okay. Let's dive into this, because 250 million is not a typo. Just imagine that view count for a moment. Another video using this exact same format sits comfortably at 144 million views. And honestly, almost every other piece of content in this specific niche sits squarely in the millions. What's completely mind-blowing here is that these aren't Hollywood productions. They aren't crafted by massive studios with multi-million-dollar budgets. No way. They are incredibly simple, highly engaging animations that just consistently capture global attention. And this translates directly into massive audience building. A channel named Rico Animations has built an astonishing audience of 13 million subscribers purely by posting this one specific style of Stickman content. 13 million. And it certainly doesn't stop with them. Countless other creators out there are replicating this exact minimalist style, empowering themselves to earn thousands of dollars every single month. It really proves that in today's digital landscape, the complexity of your art matters far less than the clarity of your message and the consistency of your content. Section 1. The Viral Stickman Phenomenon. Breaking down the million-view formula. Now, what's really interesting about this toolkit, which covers Google, Pinterest, ChatGPT, Google Flow, Omni, and Google AI Studio, is that every single one of these tools shares one vital characteristic. They are 100% completely free to use. There are no expensive software licenses, no high-end drawing tablets required, and absolutely zero traditional animation skills needed. The whole shebang is a fully automated toolkit designed to take you from a basic concept to a finished, polished product. Section 2, AI Scripting and Prompts, from a blank page to a full scene-by-scene script. The process kicks off super simply. Step 1, you just head over to Google or Pinterest and search for a Stickman animation figure. Download whichever character design catches your eye. That right there is your star. Step 2, we bring in the AI. Open up ChatGPT and ask it for 20 engaging, quirky topic ideas. And hey, feel free to seed the prompt by throwing in some funny or strange elements of your own just to give it some unique flavor. Finally, step 3, once you pick the idea that excites you the most, you feed that specific concept, along with how long you want your final piece to be, right back into ChatGPT. And this brilliantly illustrates why AI is such a game changer for solo creators. Within seconds, ChatGPT doesn't just give you a basic story. It generates a complete master script matched perfectly to your desired timing. It hands you the full spoken narration, the exact image prompts you'll need to generate the static art for every single scene, and the specific video prompts required to animate them later. The AI is literally doing all the heavy lifting of storyboarding and directing for you in a matter of moments. Section 3. Generating consistent visuals. Bringing your Stickman to life in Google Flow. So the crucial point is this specific feature right here, Add to Prompt. Now, if you've ever played around with AI image generation, you know the biggest headache is that characters tend to change their appearance, their clothes, or even their whole shape from one image to the next. Well, the Add to Prompt button is a critical feature in Google Flow. By using this on your base Stickman image, you lock in that character's exact design, guaranteeing they remain completely 100% consistent across every single newly generated scene. It's the absolute secret sauce to professional-looking continuity. Let me show you how fast this workflow actually is. First, you upload that initial character image to Google Flow. Then, click the 3 dots and select Add to Prompt. Next, simply paste the image prompt for Scene 1 that ChatGPT gave you earlier, and hit Generate. Boom! Scene 1 is completely done. To finish the script, you just repeat that exact process, making sure to keep Add to Prompt active until all your scenes are fully rendered. It really is that straightforward. Section 4. Animation and Voice Generation. Adding motion and sound for free. Let's move to the next phase and see how this all builds together. We start with our static image, that single generated frame we just made in Google Flow. But to get to a fully animated video, you don't need to manually draw frames. You simply click on your very first image in Google Flow and select Animate. You choose Omni as your video model. Set the duration to roughly 8 to 10 seconds, and then paste in the specific video prompt that ChatGPT wrote for you. Hit Generate, and within seconds, your flat image is magically converted into a moving video clip. You just repeat this for every single image. Now, visuals are only half the battle, right? We need some compelling audio to go with it. Start by asking ChatGPT to provide your script in a clean paragraph form. Then, open your text-to-speech tool. We're using Google AI Studio for this. Select a professional voice that matches your Stickman's personality, paste that script, and hit generate. Just like that, in seconds, you have a flawless, studio-quality voiceover ready to go. Section 5. The final assembly. Putting the pieces together. Thankfully, the editing process is incredibly straightforward. Step 1. Import all your generated video clips and your brand new voiceover into your favorite video editor. Step 2. Arrange your visual clips in the correct sequence from beginning to end, just following along with the script. Step 3. Drop your voiceover onto the audio timeline and carefully slide your visual scenes around to sync smoothly with the spoken words. Once everything lines up and the pacing feels nice and natural, step 4 is simply hitting export. Just like that, your creation is completely finished and ready to post to the world. So why does this specific format work so incredibly well? Well, let's take a look at the final output of a script built exactly like this. The voiceover might say something like, "Most people spend years trying to impress others. Nobody is thinking about them as much as they imagined. Time is more valuable than money. The perfect moment never arrives." What makes this so viral is the powerful, striking contrast. You have the most rudimentary, simple visual possible, a stickman delivering a surprisingly profound, highly relatable, and deeply engaging message about life. It strips away all the visual distractions so the viewer focuses entirely on the meaning of the words. And that brings us to the ultimate question. What story will your stickman tell? We've just walked through the exact blueprint used to generate millions of views, the free toolkit, the prompting strategy, and the seamless animation workflow. The barrier to entry has literally been completely removed. The only thing left is your own creativity. I highly recommend experimenting with this formula yourself. You might be surprised by what you can create. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.